All right, what's up, folks? Welcome to a very special stream. This is in memory of someone very special to us, and I have some excellent people with me. I've linked out to a few other people. Hopefully, they'll jump in here shortly. But I just wanted to do something to remember our friend, our dear friend, Scott, Mr. Holster. Um, as we have done in the past for AD and for CMAX, we always try to keep their memory. So this is why we're here, and I appreciate everyone out there showing up. I know Milster Mike threw some money out there and brought it. I'll make sure that gets to Mrs. Holster. Appreciate that very much. With that being said, before we get started, we'll jump through the room here. I got John Solar. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing very good. Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. Yeah, we got the one, the only, E. Bomey. What's up, buddy?
Hey, my brother, how's it going?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
So,
So
unfortunately, I'm really getting sick of these get-togethers.
it's ridiculous, man. I'm not gonna lie. I've gotten the name for myself, and I don't like what it is.
I can't believe for Scott, it's been a year.
I know.
It's insane. I talk to Katie, Mrs. Holster, fairly often, pretty often actually. Like I promised Scott that I would, help her out and take care of her the best I could. So I talk to her pretty regular, and yeah, I just looked at the date. Um, I think it was last Friday, and I'm like, holy crap, it's already been a year. Yeah, it's amazing that time's just flown that fast. Um,
Christine talked to her today, and she said the year has really flown by, but it's been a difficult year.
yeah, absolutely. And I do have a message from Mrs. Holster, and I will read that here shortly. We'll wait till some more folks jump in out there, and then we'll read that message because I want as many people to hear that as possible. But she did send me a very special email to thank everyone, so we'll get to that here shortly. Um, but as far as why we're here to remember the man himself, um, and it has been a year. It's been a crazy year. It's flown by like nothing else, and I still remember talking to him about 2 weeks prior, 1 year ago, and the conversation that we had. And I knew at that conversation that it wasn't going to be much longer. Um, it wasn't a good conversation, but at the same time, it was. For those of you that really know who Mr. Holster was, even though it was a bad situation, he was still laughing and cracking jokes, and that's just how he was. And that's how we remember him, and that's how we'll always remember him. No matter how bad it was, he always found the good and found the funny and cracked a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were out there not much before losing him,
Yeah.
and that was overall it was a weekend I would never give up. On the other hand, it was a weekend I would be happy to have the ability to go back and change because one of his prized horses fell through the pond, and me, Scott, and Mrs. Holster spent like almost 3.5 hours trying to get her out of the pond. And I mean, it's like we couldn't get a piece of machinery in there. So here's like the three of us, uh, Scott in his full, I mean, anybody that sees Mr. Holster in a video and then meets him in real life realizes that there was no BS. This is who he is. This is one of the most I don't know. I mean, to me the best analogy is you can have a team of lawyers draw up 300,000 pages of legal documents, and Scott's handshake was worth more for integrity than any piece of paper that you could ever have someone sign. And the three of us tried everything we could to save that horse. And it finally got to the point where it was like, you know, we're like in the water and he's in the water, and one of his favorite cowboy hats is like basically being destroyed, and he doesn't care because, you know, he's like in the pond trying to get the rope around her so that, you know, when we're pulling, we're like got the best leverage possible to give her the chance. It's like, okay, you know, a horse is a very intelligent animal, so it was like she didn't like struggle or try to work against us. It was like, okay, we got the rope in place, take your time. You know, it's like by the time we had found her, though, his other horse had I'm drawing a blank now. I've even got the shirt with their name on, with his other horse on it. That horse actually came and was like doing the hey, there's some bad shit going on over here. You guys got to follow me, like seriously. And it's just like he could tell he's just like, what the hell? It's like Painty was just having a shit fit. And that's when, you know, he followed her and then came back and said, you know, the one that he had, that actually his horse that had the cancer had fallen through. Hey, Chico Wise. I'm sorry, I'm should be paying more. This is just like my own show.
Chico Wise.
Oh, you're fine. Actually, Eric, if you would you do me the honors, brother, of going through the side chat and calling people out?
In the chat so far, oh my God, the scroll thing just goes on and on. Mercep Mike, Kingpin, MCK. I follow MCK, Ghost Rider USA, Pistol Pete, Edward Petty. Edward has been involved in some stuff that we've done. The Texas Outlaw, Michael. Now that I don't sound like I'm name dropping, but that is one crazy some bitch that if shit ever goes bad, I want in my crew.
That's a patriot right there.
Hell yeah. Daniel, God is my judge. Another good guy. Gun loving grandpa. Let's see. Kyle, was it Lusick? I mean to butcher anybody. Annalie Brown. Mad Sexy. I just like the way that sounds. I want to say that again. Mad Sexy.
The enunciation just totally creeped me out.
We've been joined by the one, the only Mrs. Holster herself.
Oh, hello.
It was great to see you out there, and thank you. Glad you could show up. Good to see you out there.
Hello, Katie.
Nice. Get back to the names.
Since she's here, we'll go ahead and read her message. So bear with me. Hang on one second here. I got to pull it up.
Redbird 491 is in here.
All right. So
Bearded
everyone,
CV. Who's that guy? Never heard of Bearded CV before.
This is from Mrs. Holster, and basically she says that she sits here confined in the house for a couple of weeks, and it's 24 degrees below zero. She was messing around with Google, investigating, and figured out that with Google policies and stuff and the guidelines that any inactive account was going to be disabled. And so she jumped in and signed in to Mr. Holster's account. And she says basically, as we approach the 1 year anniversary, the emotions are like a roller coaster. Scott, we lost him on the 18th today last year, and then Jack on June 3rd. To come across the outpouring support from people that I've never met before is amazing. The community you guys have developed and nurtured is humbling, and I'm blessed to be a part of it because of Mr. Holster. I'll add to that. I've been part of the community now for well over 6 years. I never expected to be here this long, and never expected to make as many friends as I have. And it's amazing. It really is absolutely amazing. You guys always step up to the plate for everything that we ask of you. And it just, I'm literally honored to be a part of it and thankful for each and every one of you. So let me continue on here. And Mario, welcome, brother. I'm reading the message from Mrs. Holster. So she says, the whole COVID-19 crap has diminished families' abilities to celebrate a life and acknowledge that a person's passing in a way is suitable, memorable, and deserving of the person that passed. It's complete bullshit. But as I sit here today, almost 1 year later, and I read the comments from fellow YouTubers, it heals my heart. I have gained more healing today reading all the wonderful comments that people I have never even met before have to say about my husband. That I can't express my gratitude enough in a way that would impact the multitudes of people involved in the appropriate amount to ensure that all of you guys in your community would realize that the impact you all have on lives left behind is absolutely incredible. I thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for everything, from the donations, the fundraising, reaching out to check on me, and continuing to watch his videos, which of now I'm still receiving compensation for. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Scott would be in awe of the incredible continued demonstration of support for his family, the ranch, and that all of you have been a part of. A legacy you would be proud of, and I thank you all. I couldn't have made it through this year without all of your help, donations. I appreciate all of you, and my feet are a bit more stable now. And guys, again, I'll kind of reiterate some of that too. Your support has always been amazing, no matter who it's been for, whether it was Ed, CMAX, Justice File Mission. You guys rock it out every single time. And it just literally makes me proud to be here and proud to be a part of this. So with that being said, we'll jump over and we'll get the battle bean in here. What's going on, brother?
Oh, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing?
Awesome.
I see my pasty white friends here, and my hippie army guy over here. Like, what the hell is going on here, man?
You like that?
No, she hates it. She hates it.
Dude, you definitely.
John needs to do one of these.
I'm just enjoying the fact that she doesn't enjoy it. I don't want to be a mean person or anything. So this is just my way of going, okay, all right.
Dude, you look like freaking Forrest Gump, like Lieutenant Dan's worst nightmare, bro. Like, what the hell, bro?
Lieutenant Dan!
Lieutenant Dan, Mr. Garage Guy. What's up, man?
Hey.
Not a whole lot. Trying to get through this ice storm. How you guys tonight?
Ice storm.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't complain.
Yeah. I've got so much here, Mario. Unbelievable. But I expected it. I saw BC Truck's video today.
Yeah.
His porches are collapsing. He lost one of the carports in Texas under ice.
Yeah, I watch you guys shit on the news, and I'm like, ooh, I'm getting cold. I need to put a jacket on.
Just watching the
news. Yeah, man. Good Lord, man. Seriously, Eric, can you get any pacier? What the hell? Dude, you need to get some sun, bro. Like,
So it's the lighting.
oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
He said,
Before we go any further, I would like to raise a bottle or a glass, whichever you have.
oh, I just got here. Sorry, I didn't bring one.
So go grab something.
Okay, I'm gonna be right back.
You have something. Mark, if you don't have something, you got something good? All right. We're just waiting on the battle beam.
Waiting on the bane.
It's like, oh my God. He looked outside and there was like a cactus blowing by.
I'm going, just so you know, while we're waiting for him, I'm going to grab Scott's channel anyways, just to protect it. New York Half-Ass Prepper and I have put in, I have the system here. We put it in here. I got a 4 terabyte right here from him to be able to put Mr. Holsters on as well. Right now we got most of Ed's is all done. Justin's final mission. I'm working on C-Max, and we're going to grab Mr. Holsters too. We're putting them on hard drives just in case anything goes wrong, because even though you turn it on, we got a new group of people in the White House, so we never know what's going to happen. They may decide that, you know.
Yeah, we're in crazy times. There's all kinds of videos being taken down for whatever stupid reason.
Yeah, so I want to make sure I can go over and grab them. So I'll be starting on his pretty soon.
All right, so Battle Beam's back. So if you guys would, go ahead and raise your bottles or your glasses, and to the sunny slopes, I want to go. Mr. Holster, cheers. Lanjiba. All right. So I figured we'd all get together and we should share some memories of our good friend, and happy memories.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell you right now, he would not want us to sit here and mope and whine and cry. He wants us to joke around and have fun. I guarantee you. That's just how he was, how he is, how he has always been. And he would kick my ass if he did it any other way. So with that being said, Battle Beam, what are some of the memories you got of the man, the myth, the legend himself?
One thing, I never got the pleasure of meeting him like some of you guys had, but you know, for me, it was just the interaction that I had with him through this platform. I learned a lot about him. Whenever I would get a little depressed, you know, because I go through my issues, and I would look at Mr. Holster and some of the stuff he'd be saying, and just crack me up, and I'd be like, man, I wish I had that kind of mentality or kind of way of thinking. But he was just a great guy, man. You know, today I wore my Mr. Holster shirt all day, you know, just remembering him, remember when he was all about, you know, and just a great man, dude, you know, and he was a great ambassador for the gun community. And that's how I'm going to remember him.
Awesome. Absolutely. 100%, man. Mark, what are some of the good memories you have of him? Maybe some of the jokes you remember, or some of your favorite videos? Because I know you, like myself and many others out there, we followed him pretty hard. And
Yeah.
He taught us a lot.
Yeah, he sure did. Honestly, the funniest video I saw was his description of foreign and domestic. And what did he say? Something like about 4 or 5 guys talking, and maybe one would come up with a good idea before it was over with.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, and Mr. Holster had this charisma about him, and there are so many YouTube channels on here that are nothing to me but a daggone infomercial. And to me, they're selling themselves more than they are the firearm that they're reviewing. Mr. Holster never done that. He had a good time doing it. He knew what he was talking about. And even if he put out a video about a firearm I was not interested in, I'd sit back and watch it anyway because I knew I was going to come away with a smile on my face. Plus, he got me into Ruger firearms big time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it just influence, GP 100. Most people talk about the Smith & Wesson 686. I've dabbled around with a lot of Taurus revolvers, and I figure, well, like I said, he knew what he was talking about. I gave it a try, and boy, I'm glad I did. And, I got him to thank for that influence. There's just, like I said, a lot of people out here, they'll do a gun review. That's all well and fine, but, it's kind of like dry stats and things like that, and then maybe they shoot a few rounds. His videos were worth watching, worth looking forward to.
Yeah,
absolutely. And Red, to your statement, sir, go watch B&E Brew Reviews, and you will have 5 minutes of your life you'll never, ever, ever get back before he even pours the beer in the glass. And for those of you that don't watch B&E Brew Reviews, Mr. Holster passed the torch to me to make sure I give Eric shit for every time he makes a video reviewing a beer and taking a long ass time to pour it in the glass.
That's 90 minutes you'll never get back of your life. Just letting you know.
That's a short one, 90 minutes.
That is a short one.
I don't think Scott ever missed a brew review, which was because I could make a comment, I could make a slip up or something that upset him, and I'd get called out on it. And it didn't matter if it was 5 minutes in or it was an hour and a half in. I was like, oh my God, between, and then the stuff that he sent me over the years, it's like, here, I got this like half-inch beer mug. He goes, maybe you could finish this before the hour is over. It's it was continuously stuff like that. And the best thing is I have a brew review with Mr. Holster.
That's right.
So,
and if you guys haven't seen that one, go check that one out because it's hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious.
I'm lucky. I'm lucky because he lives in my state, and he and Mrs. Holster were here one time, and we went out and stayed at the farm with them, and the ranch. We were out at the ranch. All I can say is, like I said before, if you think you know Mr. Holster by watching his videos, and you really do know Mr. Holster, Scott was. I've made this comment on the brew review several times. If you're a big fan of Clint Eastwood's character in the spaghetti westerns, Mr. Holster was like a modern version of that. I have never met a person in my entire life that the integrity that he had. It's like if you met his approval or disapproval by nothing but this.
It's funny. It makes, honestly, I kind of look at it as, for those of you, some of you may not know, but if you guys have never watched The Rifleman,
Yeah.
it kind of reminds me of The Rifleman a lot too. Now, obviously, he uses a lot more revolvers and stuff like that, but it's the attitude and how he presents himself. If you watch The Rifleman and you watch Scott's videos, that's exactly it. That's how he presents himself.
I like it.
He was just a true gentleman, a man of integrity. I don't know, I'm glad that I had the opportunity to have interaction with both him and Mrs. Holster. They're both just wonderful people. I'd never take that back, other than, you know, having more time, you know, getting an opportunity to have had gone out there sooner. But, you know, that's just, unfortunately, that's a lesson in life, people.
She left you a message.
Yep.
I stand corrected.
I'll pull that one up here in a second. NEPA, thank you, brother. Milsurp Mike donated earlier too, and I will make sure all of that goes to Mrs. Holster. So if you guys do happen to throw something out there, it will go to Mrs. Holster. It's not going to me. I'll make sure it gets to her. And Eric, just a reminder for you.
we were out at the ranch.
You know he'd yell at you if you said farm.
Well, yeah. I guess it was a ranch. I saw more livestock than I did carrots. But then again, we were there at the most prominent time here in Minnesota. The part that sucks, cold weather, but no, it was an awesome time. It's just, like I said, it's this. The one thing I can say is we never know how much time we have, so appreciate all those moments. You know, I don't have a lot of true regrets in my life. It is what it is, but I wish we would have had the opportunity to get together with them more often than we did. You know, it's just, I didn't want to face the facts that the last time that we had the time to get together, that it was going to be our last time.
Chico's out there, and remember when Jack went to Vegas? I do, and I remember when Jack went to Vegas because Bat Jack JW made a video too, and he got a phone call from Jack. And he got a phone call wanting to try and play poker with him. And then I got a phone call right after that. And you guys should know, never play poker with Jack. He was a
we got to actually spend one-on-one time with Jack, and no, you don't want to trust that little bastard. I mean, Mr. Holster's like, make sure you know where the keys to your truck are, because otherwise you might find it in Vegas.
You talk about a card shark.
What was the first video that you saw from Mr. Holster's? If Mr. Holster, if you remember, mine was the first one I ever saw was that he did a ranch chili. It's been like years and years ago. Do you remember your first video you saw his?
That's an excellent question. Let's start with Battlebeam. You remember your first video?
I think the first video I saw of him is when he was freaking trying to shoot, and it's like 10 freaking feet of snow up in there, and in the freaking snow floor, and he's trying to shoot. It's a little windy out here. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what the hell? You need to go inside and stop shooting. I'm like, what the hell are you doing out there? Yeah. And anything that had to do with revolvers. If I recall, the first revolver that I saw him do was a Smith & Wesson. I don't recall which model it was. I can't remember, but I think it was a 38 Special revolver, and he was talking about it because that's when I was starting getting into revolvers and just getting to know more about them, because I know that Hornet Fixer is really big into them, and I know that Scotsman's really big into them. So I was like, let me see what this whole big deal about Smith & Wessons are, So I started getting into them, but I don't recall the model, but I do recall him trying to shoot that damn thing, and there's freaking snow flurries outside.
It was the small black handle. He had a 642, if I remember.
Yes, I think that's what it was. A 642.
That little 642 he had.
Yeah, I think that was my first my first experience. And then after that, I used to love the light chats because he had a tendency of wanting to interact more with people, and it seemed to me like he took his time and tried to answer every questions, which is pretty cool.
All right, good deal. Mark, what was the first video you remember?
I believe it was a Ruger SP 101, and he said he had bobbed the hammer on it. And then he explained why. I've heard a few other people on here talk about they bobbed the hammer too. Something about self-defense. You could get into trouble if you pull the hammer back on a revolver, if you have to go to court or something. And he had said something about it too. But he did a really good video, explained things very, very clearly. And I was always a big fan of the SP 101. I believe his had the 2-inch barrel on it. I went ahead and got one with 3-inch barrel, but he took the time to explain why he bobbed the hammer, and that stuck with me. And I believe another one, he was a 638, and it was a first generation. It didn't have the key internal lock on it. Smith & Wesson 638.
No Hillary hole.
Right. Yeah, there you go. And I do remember he did do a few live streams I caught late on Friday nights. I guess his time zone, he was a little later here in Virginia than, where he was. So it'd come on about 10 o'clock here once in a while. I always enjoyed those.
Eric?
In the last year, I spent one evening basically watching video after video after video of his, and I don't honestly remember what's the very first one I saw. I know he was reviewing something, and then he always had that, you always expected him to hold a cigar, but he never did. It's like that is 6 minutes and 86 seconds you're never gonna get back. And then there was the always with Jack, either sitting in back or it's like, hey, you having a conversation with Jack. I want to say the very first one I ever saw, he reviewed something. I do not know how we became friends. If to me, I can honestly say I feel like I've known him forever. I don't remember if it was like I got introduced to his videos or he was introduced to mine, and that's how we became friends. But it's just his videos are just so classic. And then and if you were a friend of his, then eventually he started like beating you up in his videos, and that was almost like a badge of honor. He'd be like on the phone. I remember, Jack was like calling from Vegas and talking about this and talking about that, and then his crazy cousin that had issues, and he was like talking about visiting Ebomi. I'm like, oh my god, it's just like.
So we got Bat Jack JW is out there, Stranger Oddity Show. If you guys don't know Bat Jack, please go check him out. He's a very good friend and lots of knowledge too. Big revolver guy like me, and you can't go wrong. So if you don't know him, go check him out. But he was a huge supporter of Mr. Holster as well. I'm glad you can be here, brother. Good to see you out there. John, what about you?
Me?
Yep.
First one I said was I saw his. It was Ranch Chili. It was the first.
Okay.
I think I must have been looking for a chili video or whatever, but he popped on.
This boy can remember his food. What the hell's wrong with you, hippie?
Guess what me and Christine were treated to the first night we were there.
Ranch Chili.
Yeah, damn right.
Yeah.
Yeah, cousin Jimmy says hi.
Oh, God. Hey.
But I remember I saw that video and I enjoyed myself. And then I just noticed as when it's scrolling on the side, I just noticed there were several of this dog in there. And so I just wanted to see. And then it was just, I thought it was comical the way he brought his best little buddy in. And so I subscribed him and started checking out some of the videos. And before you know it, I just started enjoying the videos. I mean, saw Mrs. Holster out shooting with him many times as well. Yeah, he seemed to be. To me, it just seemed he had a genuine need to make sure people had certain bits of information, and he brought that information out there. And if you wanted it, well, you enjoy. If you didn't, well, you can have a nice, lovely day.
Yeah,
You know?
and that was how he was. He was straight to the point.
Yeah.
And I think for me, I don't remember the exact video. It was a revolver video because I was trying to look up some information. And he popped up, and ever since then, that was it. And we went back and forth a lot with comments and stuff. And then finally, one day we started emailing each other, and I sent him a package and some stuff, and started giving me shit, which is fine. That's how you know you're in his good graces. Started giving me shit. And there for a while, it was constant shit for being the sneaky one, but it was all right because there's sometimes in life you're led a certain way. And I was talking to Bat Jack about this last weekend too. I never imagined my channel going where it went. I didn't ask for it, but sometimes you're led a certain way, and that's where you're destined to go. And you got to embrace it. And, for me, it seems to be that my mission here is to help folks. And you know what? I've embraced that, and I'm okay with it. We'll get back to some of the old school videos, reviewing revolvers, and I got a couple special old ones that I picked up here a couple of years ago that I haven't reviewed yet. Some really rare stuff that you guys will like. But it is an honor to be someone that is respected by all you guys up there. And again, I never expected it to go this way. I started the channel. I've told you guys many times before I started the channel because I wanted to have my nephews back home be able to see what their uncle was doing. And it took a whole different route when C-Max got sick. And it just took off from there. And again, I was led a certain direction, and like I said with Bad Jack, I've embraced it, and I've ran with it, and I'm happy to be here, and I'm honored to be here and be a part of it and be able to help folks out and do what we can. So it's cool. There's a lot of things that we'll get to down the road. But his videos were always informative. They were straight to the point. And he always had jokes going on, always, because you got to keep it fun. You talk to me, you talk to Daniel and some of the other folks out there. When I'm out there hanging out with him and stuff, we always try to make it fun. I've hung out with some other folks, and they want to make the video and they try to be straight line serious. That's not how I roll. You got to have fun with it. You got to be able to loosen up and just have fun. The information you want to be out there will be out there. You got to keep it fun and to the point. And Mr. Holster was perfect for that. Eric was talking about when he met him, and that they had the issue with the horse and stuff. I talked to Scott not too long after that, and then it wasn't too long after that we had a very long conversation at 4:30 in the morning, I probably talked to him for close to 2 hours. That was the last conversation I ever had with him. But we could tell, I could tell, that it was going to be the last conversation. If that makes sense. Just the way he was talking and everything else. But it was, no matter what he was feeling, every other sentence out of his mouth was a joke. He always was trying to keep it funny and try to make fun of what was the whole situation, regardless of it not being a funny situation. And you can ask Mrs. Holster too. She'll tell you that's exactly how he was all the time. And Bad Jack's out there, and he said he got a hat. You know, I got a hat sitting right here. This is one of the first things he sent me, and I'm honored to have this hat. I plan on doing something real nice, kind of display with this thing. I just haven't got there yet, but this thing will be going on display. I'll probably build some kind of rack myself to display that on, but that's the plan for it.
You in a cowboy hat. I can just see it.
Dude, I got my cowboy hat too, but you know, this thing's cool, dude. I don't care.
Howdy, Pars. Mr. Holster here.
It's a nice hat, man. It fits good. I like it.
It's more gooder.
Oh, good.
No gooder.
I remember the last time I talked to him was when you guys were out there at the ranch. We had him on the radio show. He was on Locked and Loaded. That was fun. We had a good time. I had a blast with that.
Scotsman, also a lot of people didn't realize he also had a second YouTube channel, Ruger Ranger.
Yep, he did.
And he'd promote Ruger products, give his thoughts about them. I enjoyed that a lot too.
Ruger fanboy I am too.
Yep, that was the first one I saw the GP 100 on. One of your videos was on the Ruger Ranger on that one. Yep.
Everybody's reading comments. Dead air.
I'm trying to catch up with the chat. I'm trying to make sure there's nothing else I got to
Yeah, my show tomorrow, Locked and Loaded, is about talking about Mr. Holster. And after a year of struggling, everybody that said, really wish you guys would get your call-in line, we have one now.
Woo! 86753. What is it? 867?
No.
818.
You know what shocked me though? You weren't the first person to call in.
Well, I didn't know this. You guys did not let me know.
Well,
especially Eric, he's got my number. Like, Numbnuts could have just said, "Hey, here's the number, pendejo. Call in."
But see, now you just said Numbnuts could have.
That's true.
Alan brings up a really good point. I got the Battle Beam and I got Eric in the room. And we got bad air. How is that possible?
Exactly.
You know what? When we get we only get famous YouTube celebrities for Mr. Holster. Okay, that's the only time this happens.
Here you go, Mario.
Oh, look at that. Okay, I'm gonna start calling in just to piss off Eric.
Hey, John, you got a comment from Mrs. Holster.
Well, I enjoyed having you guys on. It was an absolute blast. I had fun. It was fantastic to get a chance to be. You're with him in the videos, but to hang out like he's just sitting right there, and I can see him, and he's in his natural environment. It was a blast. Good time, absolute good time.
And I apologize, I missed this earlier, but Alan threw in $50 as well. So, brother, I appreciate that. I will make sure that goes to Mrs. Holster. Again, if you guys do throw something out there, it will go straight to Mrs. Holster. I'll get it over there. I'll get her a check and get it sent over. So I appreciate that, guys. We're up to like $110. So
Can I make a small suggestion?
Absolutely.
I know it's gonna sound silly and ridiculous, but we always, as a group, seem to forget that there are people who don't know how to do things. So, how do they donate?
So if you're out there and you're watching, there's a little dollar sign on the chat. You can click on that and you can throw some money in there. That goes right to my page with the YouTube thing. But I'll just, like I said, I'll just cut her a check and send a check out if you guys do throw money in there. If you guys don't want to do it that way, I'm 100% fine with you not doing it that way. You can always shoot me an email and tell me what you want to do, or send me a check or whatever, and I'll make sure it gets to her. I understand 100% if you don't want to do it the YouTube way. They take a decent cut out of it and all the rest of it. So.
Oh, and John,
Yes.
I didn't have a locked and loaded that weekend because we got there that night. Mr. Holster was on the Ms. Bomey zone.
I heard it in the background, but I was just going like this because I knew there was no way Princess Von Hewitt was gonna let me slide with that one. I can't see her. She's not in the screen. I know she's rolling her eyes at me.
I packed up everything and prayed I forgot nothing for that show. And it was from the tack room, which I have to say, if you follow Mr. Holster and you see all the scenery, you could have a video from the bar. You could have had a video from the office. You could have had a video from the tack room, and they were all impressive areas. The bar. I mean, he could have just like thrown a sign up and had the locals. Would have been a lot of Amish people had come out and enjoyed the bar. But the tack room. What was really nice about the tack room is. Well, I guess he's not here to kick my ass, but Mr. Holster may possibly be the most anal retentive person I have ever met.
You know he's going to kick your ass in the afterlife.
I know. I'm all for it. Scott, bring it on. So in the tack room, there was pegs down each side of the walls. On every single peg hung a nylon shooting bag. Every shooting bag was hanging on a hook that corresponded with that particular firearm. So that inside of that particular bag would have had the magazines that were for that firearm, and of course they were all marked. They were all labeled to mark the follow the firearm. There was a journal that followed every single round, cleaning, any maintenance, anything that went wrong, to go along with every firearm. And then there was the row of safes, and then that firearm would have been locked in the safe. So if you were to go shooting, you'd go to the safe, you'd get that firearm out. Then you'd find, well, he didn't have to find it. He'd just go get the shooting bag that coincided with that particular firearm. And I was just like going, oh my God, next time he's over to my place, I'm going to need to spend like a week before he gets here, just so that. I mean, I consider myself. You can ask Mrs. Bomey or Christine. I consider myself pretty anal retentive, but I realized that none of my gears even touched each other in comparison to the
No.
speaking that was going
No,
on.
well,
No, you're
Eric,
not.
you're gonna get your ass kicked by Mrs. Holster.
Oh yeah, and on the ceiling was all of the woodworking tools. I mean, the tack room, Miss Holster, the tack room was absolutely beautiful. But the attention to anal retentiveness, if you look up anal retentiveness in the dictionary, I bet you there's a picture of Scott going.
That's, I don't think that's being anal retentive. That's being organized. I don't see that being an issue.
Okay, Mario, very organized. Okay, there's organized. There's knowing where your shit is.
But his organization, but Scott's organization, when he sits down, behind him, just sitting down behind him is like, for me, it was like calming. I go, oh, look at that. Everything, there's nothing. It's all. Oh yes, look at that. I enjoyed.
He had things in a specific place, and if it was out of place, he knew exactly what it was, and he would.
But I like that because there's a menu. There's a glossary. There's something there for me. I could be like, all right.
Oh man, we're getting fancy. I got a glossary.
Oh yes, yes. Don't.
But I'm a person who looks behind, and I always enjoyed that everything when he was in one spot and he came back to sit down at the table. You knew what was behind him. You knew what was there. I like that.
It was more gooder.
I remember the first time I sent him a bottle of whiskey. I sent him a bottle of rye whiskey too. I didn't send him regular. I sent him rye because I know he really liked rye whiskey. I sent him a bottle of rye, and it was a 15-minute video of basically chewing me out, sharing the bottle of rye, and how crappy a bottle of rye it was. And then at the end of it, he turned around and goes, "No, it's really good. I'm fucking with you."
No, I don't. No, I don't like the trash can under the clock. They asked me if I liked it under the clock. I said no.
At least the clock ain't ticking.
Oh, thank God for that. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I was forced to remove that clock just for John because
Oh my God.
Yeah, this princess
Well,
doesn't.
Misty remembers that video. Yeah, it was a good one. He was complaining, number one, about how much tape was on the box. I think it took him almost 5 minutes just to open the box. For those of you that haven't received a package from me ever, I taped the living crap out of a box on purpose because the U.S. Postal Service sucks.
No, you have cartel skills, is what you have. Okay, that does not mean it's properly sealed. I mean, seriously, man. There's times I have to break out the SE6. Got the damn thing. I'm like, what the hell, man? This fool. I didn't know there was cartel in freaking Scotland.
It's a 5 kilo bag. No, wait, it's 1 kilo. It's just got 4 kilos of tape on
Stop telling people the secrets, man.
There it goes again. Dead air.
No, this is good. This is good. This is exactly what Scott would have wanted.
I see white people.
Having a good time, joking around, laughing. This is exactly
Absolutely.
well, that's
If it was any other way, he'd be coming down here right now kicking my ass.
that's exactly what I planned for yesterday. I told John, I said locked and loaded this Friday is just remembering Scott, Mr. Holster.
Looking forward to it.
It's more gooder. Now I don't get a chance to call.
Daniel, I wouldn't waste the coffee. Coffee is practice, man. You know that.
Well, I really wish that anybody that ever sent me shit would use coffee beans instead of packing peanuts. I remember that time that
Will you do that to Eric?
Jim sent me Jim sent me 50 AE rounds and FN 57 rounds. Somewhere between here and Florida, the box broke open and there wasn't a packing peanut bigger than an 1/8 inch by 1/8 inch. And when I opened the box, it was like some kind of a science experiment got bad. It was like, poof, and the shit was stuck all over me. Christine hears me bitching. She goes, "What the hell?" I go, "I'm going to kill Jim next time I see him." There's freaking packing peanuts blowing everywhere. They're stuck all over me. Every 50 AE round had a pink packing peanut stuck in the hollow point.
Yeah. Like, you remember when we sent Jim, who was it that sent him like these two big bags?
Two giant, yeah.
Yeah, who was that? Was that
25-pound bags?
Was that
Nobody has ever taken credit for that.
Nobody has.
So, Eric, CB's asking if you even finished your beer yet, but Mrs. Holster wants to know if you even opened your beer yet.
Hey, tonight's brew review wasn't it's not even about the brew. It was dedicated to 1 year without Mr. Holster. And I started off with drinking a beer that he would appreciate, a 10% Hop Slam. Right now I'm on my third one, and I took a shot when you, Scotsman, when you called me on whiskey, I gave both you and Scott from his bottle of Chivas Regal that he gave me. Now, it is a 12-year-old bottle of scotch that he guessed that he got from his father in 1971. So that is like a 62-year plus bottle of scotch.
Yep, and I can tell you, for those of you that haven't had an aged Chivas Regal, it is a very tasty whiskey. I can only imagine what that one tastes like.
Mrs. Holster is wondering if all that's true. Me drinking the beer? Is she doubting?
I really hate those brew reviews where your dumbass drinks half of the beer and then you start getting a bunch of freaking whiskey and all kinds of stuff, and then you forget about the damn beer, and all you're talking about is the damn liquor. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm here to watch. See, this is the problem that we have with you, the consistency factor. God.
He has severe beer ADD. He takes it. He drinks a beer. No joke. If you ever watch some of them, he'll drink a beer. He'll come downstairs. He'll set it down. There's a drink right there. There's a beer right there. Then he's got the beer he's reviewing. Before you know it, he's I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that part is very true, because by the time that he finally gets done with everything, he brings all the glasses upstairs to get washed, and it's like 3-4 glasses later. It's like, really?
Yeah, you're like,
I don't know what the hell she's talking about.
You're yelling, going, "Do you know there's a beer over there? There's a beer over there."
Here's the beer.
Yeah.
For all of you out there that haven't said hi to Christine, say hi, Christine.
Hi.
Oh, hi. I just came to listen. I wasn't really trying to butt in. I'm sorry.
Hey.
You're fine. I gotta watch your videos. I saw you put a couple videos up. I just haven't got to them yet.
Yeah, every time I watch Christine's videos, I get hungry, so I don't.
That's
damn
the
it!
Point. That's the point.
But yeah, man.
Yeah. You want to? Hey, Mario, you want a little sneak peek at what Sunday's video will be? She took a all beef hot dog, put a croissant around it,
put cheese on it,
covered it in cheese, and then she took my homemade chili and smothered it. I sent a couple to my neighbor. He texted me the next day. He goes, "I'm really glad I work alone."
I hate you both. Just want you to know that.
Oh my God. I tell you, I'm honestly, I'm not a big hot dog fan after watching how hot dogs are made.
Yes, you do. You like it. I don't want to hear it. You got him over here. You're like, oh, I see you.
If you guys watch the bird reviews, you will find out pretty quickly, and it is pretty quickly, that Eric loves meat in his mouth.
Yes, he
Yes.
does.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
For
He's got-
1999, I'll put anybody's meat in my mouth.
yeah, he's got plenty of right above his cranium every time he's doing his review. Like, okay.
Everybody's saying hello, so hello.
All right, so Phoebe, Alan, Jamie, someone out there, grab a link to Miss Belmy's channel, please, for Anna. She wants a link.
Hey,
The channel.
by the way, do you still have your fan base from India?
Do
How's it
we?
going? Yeah, no, Christine,
Hey.
you suck. You don't get nothing.
Actually,
I can answer. I can answer.
that because he was the one that I think grabbed Indy's attention first.
I can answer that one for you. Yeah. Eric's number one fan base is India.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Giovanni is I get lots and lots and lots of info on that one. Yeah, they think he's crazy. They think he's absolutely freaking crazy, and they enjoy it.
All right. Thank you, CB. There is the link for anyone.
Yeah,
that's not-
47%. 47% of his listeners are.
Yeah, Mario, can you believe that? 47% of everybody listening to Locked and Loaded is from India. 43 is from the United States.
And he's got a lot of. We look at the towns that are on usually every Friday afterwards. He's got Pune, Calcutta, Hyderabad, Patna. There's a whole list of all these different places all over that are.
Mario, just for the record, I love Poon.
Thank you. See what happens when you watch Slumdog Millionaire and all of a sudden you become rich famous over there, bro.
We got Gunwald out there. Good to see you, brother.
Oh man.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
they both do very well in India.
In India, out of all places.
Yeah. And they're the ones who asked for Eric. I didn't even go. I didn't have a clue. They were just like, "We want the show." I'm like, "What?"
Hey, Scotsman,
Yeah.
you got any plans tomorrow?
Wow, that's mighty gay.
You want?
Oh, Scotty boy, what you up to, man?
That's
How you
mighty gay
doing?
there.
Hey, hey, Scotsman, what are you doing tomorrow?
Oh my god, look at this fucking dude.
Want me to send you a link? Do you want to be on Locked and Loaded? Because we're going to be doing this tomorrow night.
Sure. Absolutely.
Breaking out the trifocals and shit. Look at that.
Yeah.
Absolutely, brother. I'd be happy to be on.
Hey, Mario, watch this. Oh, Mario. Oh, yeah, Mario. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's scary. Please stop that.
No, that's not scary. That's scary.
Look, I don't have a receding hairline. I can grow hair.
I mean, it could be worse. I mean, you could have a mullet.
Oh,
No. This is
Dude.
all, baby. This is all there.
Look at that.
This is long locks here, baby.
Oh, come on, man. Work it, bro. Work it. You got to work the head.
She hates it, so I love it.
Now,
Jewel.
of course, unfortunately, Alan's not with us tonight, but it could be worse. You could be Alan, and you could be a
Yeah.
bare-faced baby.
Dude,
Yeah,
dude, Alan looks scary as hell, man. He looked like Ebomi's son. I was like, what the hell is that?
I will say this though. I will say this. Alan is one of the most stand-up people I've ever met, man. He stepped up to the plate more than once. I think this is at least the second or third time he shaved everything off to help out Justice Final Mission. So it's just incredible.
no, it's not long, Gunwell. No, it isn't. There's so many people that have longer hair than I. This is my quiet, non-aggressive way to help the former be not so enjoyed when she comes by to visit. That's all.
Hey,
Yep,
hey,
Uncle
hey,
Pastor,
hey,
there you go.
hey, just don't be saying, man, when I was in the man. Don't be saying that, dude.
Did you ever hear me say that? No.
We have,
hey,
we have a very good friend of ours out there. We got I Carry One.
I carry one.
Good to see you. If you guys don't know I Carry One, and I'm pretty sure everyone out there does, but if you don't, go check him out. Just like Scott, lots of knowledge, real good guy, really good videos. Can't go
He's
wrong.
got some really cool shit.
He does, man. I'm a little envious. Every time I watch it, I just like a little slobber, coming. I'm like,
As a matter of fact, as a side story, in the brew review tonight, one of the things I showed was one of the last things that I got Scott to shoot, my Ruger Blackhawk chambered in 10 millimeter with a pair of awesome grips that I Carry One gave me, and that those were on the gun when Mr. Holster shot it out at Mrs. Holster, the ranch. I want to make sure not to screw. I don't want to screw. I don't want. We'd be like 3 hours from now. Ding dong! It's the ranch.
No, it'd be more like, I gotta go.
Yep. Yeah, there wouldn't be any words. It'd just be the door open and Eric in the back.
I gotta go.
Christine would just be standing there like, hi, bye.
See you later.
Yeah,
Next time, call me. I'll hold them for you.
the set of grips that I Carry One gave me for my Blackhawk they're awesome. I appreciate it very much. Thank you, my brother.
And if you're a 1911 guy, he is your guy right there. He's a 1911 guy, 10 millimeter, you name it. Just a good dude, all around good dude.
Dr. Steve, hello.
Stalker Steve, the guy that makes tools out of big old stump of freaking trees and stuff. You ever seen his videos, man?
Yeah,
tree stumps, and then all of a sudden he makes like freaking bowls. He looks like he's kind of like the modern day ghost guy, but instead of clay, he uses the big old chisel. All he needs is the me more coming back.
Good to see you.
I did not get that at all. No, I did not see.
Ghost, hello.
No, I didn't get that connection. That's okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Hippie. Appreciate that. Lieutenant Dan.
I lost my mayonnaise jar in the shower.
Lieutenant Dan.
So, if you would, sir, do me a favor and show that shirt off for a second.
Excuse me. Hello, this is the Mr. Holster.
So I would like to throw a special thank you out to our friends over at Frag Out Apparel.
Very good.
I have the black one too.
Has helped us all on more than one occasion.
Showing that Mario is not prejudiced.
Oh,
too far.
They have helped us out on more than one occasion, and literally it was just a quick phone call. And
I almost choked it right there, man.
It's okay. Stop it.
Okay.
I know.
No choking on live. No choking on
you
live.
guys were all saying, "What can Brown do for you?" I know. I get it.
No, I wasn't saying that at all.
Hey, I was just helping you out.
You see what you get, man.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holzer. Love you, bro. No homo. Just saying.
No, this is exactly what you would expect. You would expect nothing less from the Weasel, and
There you go, Daniel.
But they're
Thank you, Cruz.
He was going to comment on Daniel's comment, and he froze. Why? Just so we can all look at Daniel's comment. And he can't say it.
Anyways, I don't know what you're talking about, Daniel. He's your homie. You guys are only like, what, an hour and a half away? You guys can reenact it. Just saying.
My God.
There'd be so much suntan lotion and hair.
Dude.
Oh God, that'd be.
Dude,
Oh,
I'm telling you, do not get me and Daniel
what
together.
hair? Dude, what
I
hair?
swear.
You'd have your beard stuck in the pot and all that. Oh yeah, it'd just be a mess, man. That'd be a mess.
That's the worst pottery class ever.
I'm telling you. Stand up. Okay.
All right, so let's see. Favorite thing from Scott. Let's see. One of his videos that he did like an outtake in, or he had a mishap in. What would one of your favorite ones of those be? We'll start with you, John.
Oh, I'm trying to think of the one. It was snowing. I think I remember laughing my ass off on this too. This probably would have been 2 years ago, maybe. I think he almost half tripped or something like that, and I seem to think that if I remember correctly, I remember laughing my ass off at it. He almost tripped. I think he had the hard target range up then. I think it was there by the gate. I'm trying to remember this video. I think it was a couple of years ago. He almost kind of took a topple, it seemed like, but he held it together. I remember I don't know why I laughed so hard, but I laughed my ass off on it.
Eric?
What was the question?
Like favorite kind of outtake or like slip up or something that he did?
Well, when we were actually there, and he was shooting the my 10mm Blackhawk, it was pretty slippery. So it was like, first we had a problem getting the four-wheeler in, and he's like, "Well, this is where I want to shoot." I'm like, "Rawr, rawr." Well, this will be good enough. Then of course he's always wearing cowboy boots. Well, I don't know. I own several pair of cowboy boots, and they're not exactly the first choice for circumventing frozen, packed, even loose snow. But yeah, that day that we were out shooting, that was a lot of fun. And he actually has a golf cart that he uses to get out to the shooting range. But of course, it's a Mr. and Mrs. Holster from the ranch golf cart. So it's kind of heavily modified with, suspension and
does it have a horn in the front like the Dynasty car?
No, but yeah, that day was pretty fun, and he's got it actually rigged out so it's got mounts all over the thing for his GoPro, so he can put his camera right on it, and instead of having to bring out a bipod and all that, it's just the cart gets used. So yeah, he was how do you say prepared, but definitely there's no good way to say Mr. Holster prepared. I mean, there was no drones and professionals doing all this stuff. It was just, a modified golf cart with cameras pimped out on it.
So he pimped the golf cart. Oh,
he pimped the golf cart,
man.
yeah.
Jack Nichols ain't got nothing on that, homie. And we lost the host.
Uh-oh.
But we don't need him anyways.
He's having internet issues, huh?
Yeah. So it happens when you live in the boonies.
And
boons.
Stalker Steve throw in 100. See, Stalker Steve is this like I have not had the pleasure to get to meet Stalker Steve in person. We've been friends since, everybody always goes, "Oh, don't get involved in one of Bomey's fundraising projects because he just gives his shit to his friends." Well, I'm looking at John Solar, who I didn't know before he won a rifle, and Stalker Steve. Everybody that was here that day is going, "Yeah, Stalker Steve's a good guy," and I was just like, I don't know who the hell Stalker Steve is, but if everybody else says he's a good guy. But since then, Steve is more than a friend. Steve is a brother, and I really hope we get the opportunity to swap spit and have a reach around someday.
Oh God, that's so nasty.
See, you were rolling right up on it.
That's nasty.
You
got issues.
Oh, I was just kidding. Christine's right here. I didn't forgot about
God.
Steve.
Always takes it too far. But
this is why we don't have Eric on lives
thank
all
you,
the
brother.
time.
I will make sure. I'll make sure Mrs. Holster gets that. So thank you. I agree with Mrs. Holster. For me, it was the conversation with Jack. Every time he did the phone calls with Jack, or talking about Jack going to Vegas or something along those lines, that was all good ones for me.
Jack was a real troublemaker.
What about you, Mark?
Well, I'd say where he'd be sitting there talking to Jack, and that pup would just be looking at him like, "Why are you bothering me?" or something like that. About anything he said, was pretty well amusing to me. Like that, he had a great sense of humor.
I agree. Fucking weird ass pacey guy over there.
It's the lighting. It's a real natural lighting.
Yeah, whatever.
It's odd. It's odd how that lighting's surrounding the whole
Why
lot.
do you have to be so negative?
I mean, Mario, if you want me to show you what Brown could do for you.
Oh no! I'm good. I'm good.
I invite
Thank
you
you.
on here.
And you froze. I don't know what you said. So we're just gonna take over. What happened?
See, I invite you on here, and you gotta be negative to all the panel members. Come on, dude.
Oh, dude, come on, man. That's the whole point. That's why you have me here.
Yeah, I can hear me now.
No.
Dude, seriously, man. You need to work on that.
He's got Ed's internet.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Continue your thing.
Hey, have you upgraded from AOL 5 to 6?
You got mail.
God, is that even still a thing anymore? AOL?
Hey, bro, just go with it, man. Just go with it, bro.
I know they have email because the guy that I work with has an AOL email address.
Are you serious?
Oh, yes.
Damn, that boy's ancient. All right. Okay. What were you going to say, Mr. Scotsman? Oh, man, he's buffering. Yeah, his internet's going bad. Oh, man. Hey, man, put another quarter. Maybe it'll get better.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. I was telling you to stop making fun of all my panel guests for being pasty. I invite you here, and then you rip everyone here for being pasty.
I don't see these fuckers all the time, so I gotta make fun of them. Plus,
talk about being a racist. Fuck, what the hell, man?
Hey, man. Hey, I talk shit about my own people too.
I know you do, man.
Didn't you hear Fuzzy talking about illegal aliens? I thought it was hilarious. That was hilarious. Anyways,
let's do it. Just go out to Home Depot.
Since I hurt your feelings, I'm gonna shut up now.
Just go to Home Depot.
Hey, yeah. When you say fuzzy, that doesn't exactly narrow it down. Because it's like me and you are the only non-fuzzy.
You got a point. Fuss fork. That's what I meant. Fuss fork. I'm gonna shut up now because Cosmo's crying. He's like, yeah, you're talking. Whatever.
The damn battle bean. You never know what you're gonna get.
That's all right. We're all pasty here in the Appalachians. So
Well,
Michael's dad still uses AOL. Dude. Does that even exist anymore?
well, see, here's the deal. This is a StreamYard a broadcast, so they require that you have at least one brown guy on your.
That's right. Hey, that's equal opportunity. You know what I'm saying? You got to do that. You got to do that.
So
I'm
Mario, my Locked and Loaded show, they've been coming down on us. So I really appreciate if you call tomorrow because we're gonna need at least,
Well, yeah, the equal opportunity. Yes,
Yeah.
I'll make sure I'm there. Yes, yes. Did the panelists from the equal opportunity of YouTube called you? Is that what it was?
Yeah, power to the people.
Oh, okay, got it. Solid. Look at Cosmic. He's looking at me. I really hate you right now, fucker.
Oh God.
Regardless of what I say of the battle bean is awesome. So we always give them crap on here. We have to. It's in the contract.
Hey Mario, didn't you play the tuba at band camp?
No. But that sounds great.
We can all just see him Mario gone one time at band camp.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that too. But you know what? I'm not the guy with the red hair. Just saying. Just saying.
Hey, we got some, got some stuff going down here.
Yeah. I hear you, bro.
All right, so Eric, what is your most memorable brewer review that he chewed your ass out on?
Probably when he was here. Holy shit, he was like on a mission. I think he just wanted to prove that I didn't drink the beer fast enough. We both opened our beers, and I am like going, here, this is a Hop Slam 2016. And what if I would have actually been paying attention to the monitor, I would have realized before I took my first sip, he had finished his. All I can say is thank God Mrs. Holster was here to bring him home. Because both of us crawled out of the man cave.
Dude, he taught you a lesson right there. He was trying to teach you a lesson of it shouldn't take 5 minutes to open the can.
A lesson? There was a little white flag that was flying back and forth from my liver that day. I think at one point in time, I think he was 4 beers to 1 up on me. And I was just like...
Well, just in the brewer review, he was 4 beers to 1.
Yeah, literally, on camera. You can go watch the damn thing.
I think, I don't remember the exact number of comments, but I know it was close to 200 plus comments on that video. It was a lot.
Oh, yeah. And that video is, as far as brew reviews go, I think is probably one of the most watched, because people, they're not coming back to see me. They're coming back to watch Mr. Holster.
Yes, that's very true.
Watch Mr. Holster handle you.
Yeah, put you in your place, man.
Watch Mr. Holster bitch slap my liver.
You required a handler that night.
Just remember, next time I'm up there, I'm in his place now. I'm gonna bitch slap you.
Oh, God. Well, yeah, I've already had a taste of that.
Yeah, you liked it.
It was like only the crazy Scotsman takes the top off the whiskey bottle and throws it away and puts a twizzle straw in there. Hey, I like to watch my scotch.
And you say I'm gay. Hello. I'm not gonna
Oh, God.
Real Scotsman, everybody. I gotta be up about 5 o'clock in the morning. I want to say it was good meeting all you guys, and thanks for having me on, Scotsman. And God bless Mr. Holster.
Pleasure.
Thank you, Mr. Excitement.
Glad you were able to be here.
Thank you. Hope to hit y'all soon.
Yes, sir. What did Miss Holster say? Yeah, it was a success. No, I'm so glad that you were with, because he was able to obviously have a good time and prove his dominance. No, I'm serious. I actually have gone back to watch that video a few times, and I was just like I'm watching in the background going, holy shit. I'm busy talking about the beer, and he's busy moving on to the next one.
He was almost on beer 3 by the time he finished talking.
Yeah, no, I think at one point in time, I was opening up number 2, and he was like opening up number 4 or 5.
Yep. Yep, it was a classic, that's for sure. How long was that one? I can't even remember. It was a good length to it.
An hour and a half?
Yeah, I think like an hour and a half, hour and 45, something like that.
Yeah,
it was at least an hour.
I honestly, now that you're talking about it, I have to go back and make sure, because I found out, unfortunately, long after the fact, that YouTube had deleted my brew review with Justin. So it's like one of maybe a few of the only videos I never wanted to lose, and YouTube deleted it. And I know it's because Justin was he was very political when it came towards the military, and I know he said some stuff in that brew review, and that's all I can think of, because I had, years later, I had a whole bunch of people asking me, where's the one that you had with Justin? And I was like, I have an Ebomi video, but I know that we did a brew review together, and it's gone. It was deleted, and I know it was deleted because he was here on a certain date, and I have, the Ebomi video, and then I do a search in that time frame, and yeah, it was gone. So I
know the one with Mr. Holster's still there, because when I was looking up pictures and stuff, yours popped right up with him.
Justin's came down because the rules changed later on, which is one of the hard things to deal with nowadays. Is as the rules change and they keep increasing certain aspects of the way you're allowed to behave, what you're allowed to do, they then will hold your past videos to that new set of rules. So you can actually lose stuff from before just because now the rules are all changed.
Yep. Yeah, it's insane what they do to us, but that's why we always try to back our stuff up as best as possible. So.
See, if I would have known but I literally missed that by years. I would have backed that up, but no, I need to go and I need to go back in the brew review, and at a bare minimum, I need to back up the one with Mr. Holster. That's actually the highest viewed video that B&E Brew Reviews has, is the one with me and Scott.
Yeah, and back in the day, we didn't have to back them up. We didn't have to worry about it.
Well, different videos cause different things. It's like I had to run and grab Justin's channel because his channel was fine up until a certain point, and then his channel became a violation. And now his channel has a serious violation, and I can't get into it, so I have to just take the channel. A long time ago, probably 4 years ago, he built a silencer, and that put his channel into jeopardy now. Having that video on there will get your channel shut down.
Yeah.
And that was actually the very first conversation I ever had with Justin. He didn't understand. He had a video with a lot of views, but that wasn't good enough for Justin. Justin didn't understand how you could have a video. I want to say when me and Justin met, that silencer, how to build a silencer, it had north of 50,000 views. It might even been close to 100,000 views. And yet, if you looked in the comments, there was like, I don't know, 15 comments. I mean, how do you get a video that has 100,000 views and only 15 comments? And Justin said, I started watching the Ebomi channel, and I realized that you might have a video that has 500 views, but you have 250 comments. Or if you have 1,000 views, you have 500 comments. And he's just like, I don't understand how that works. And I told him, I said, I'm not entirely sure myself, but I can tell you the one thing is you need to be interactive with other people. You know, if you're the kind of person that just puts out a video and you expect everybody to come to you, I've noticed YouTube is a weird kind of a family dynamics kind of. You know, the odd child doesn't really get that much attention. But if you really want to build your channel, you need to be interactive with other people. And you also need to always be, and I've always tried to do this, I've tried my best to answer every comment or reply to every comment that I've ever had on my channel. And I told Justin this, and it's like, you built your channel and you did a lot of good videos, like his how to build a silencer. I mean,
it's almost 1 million now, but that's the one that put him under warning. So that's why I had to. It was his 5th or 6th video, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
it's near 1 million now, but that's the one that without the missus giving the information to go rescue it, the only shot I got is to grab the whole channel, which I've got that video and 3/4 of it put away right now, the whole channel. But that's the only way we'll be able to do it, is to just take the channel, because I can't, I would put that video on private, secure it, so the rest of the channel will be okay. But just for that video alone, they're going to take the channel down.
Yeah, it's crazy for some of the stuff they do. So we're getting close to 10 o'clock. We'll probably end it here shortly. I'm just glad we were all able to come together and take a little bit of time to remember Scott, think about Scott, and make sure he's never forgotten. That's the key. It's the same thing with Ed and C-Max and many others that we've lost. It's taking the time to just sit and remember them and have some fun and chill out. And that's why we're here. So If you guys have anything you want to throw out there about Mr. Holster or anything you want to say to Mrs. Holster, she is out there watching. So if you guys have anything you want to say, either about Scott or to Mrs. Holster, go ahead and chime it in there in the side chat. We'll throw it up on screen as well. But more than welcome to do that.
I'm glad she got on. I'm glad she had the password to get on and make sure the video had activity on it. That's the big thing a lot of people don't understand is if you don't have any violations at all, the new rules say inactivity for 1 year will get you wiped.
Yep. And if you guys missed the beginning of the chat, go back and watch it if you would. Mrs. Holster did send me an email, and I did go ahead and read that early in the beginning of the chat. So if you missed the beginning, go back and listen to that. But she just wanted to show her appreciation and thanks and let everyone know that she's really thankful for everyone out there.
A single day does not go by that I don't think of Scott and Ed. And that's because my channels, both eBomi and B&E Brew Reviews, are dedicated to the memory of those two gentlemen. Every video you watch of me sitting in the background is Jack and the Mr. Holster. Scott sent me a prop gun that was actually used in a movie and a TV series, and then Ed's stuff are always on display. So I cannot walk into my man cave area and not see Scott and Ed every single day. You know, every brew review, you guys that follow the brew review, the end of every brew review is dedicated to Ed and to Scott, to the sunny slopes of long ago, the Two-Hearted Ed Club.
Yeah, we have every promo we've done since the day Ed was like, I want to be in the promo. I remember that day he was whining. Okay, I'm not in the promo. I was like, okay. I used to trick him and take the ED off Locked and Loaded and have it fly through. He'd go, I wasn't in the promo. I go, well, Ed, look at the promo again. He'd go, what? He'd look at it, he goes, what's missing? The E and the D off of Locked and Loaded. What's that spell? And he'd smile. He liked that.
No, the best promo this guy ever did was the Rico Suave one. That was awesome.
But now at the end of each promo,
everybody talks about that one.
Ed always wanted his own pinup girl. He wanted me to make a pinup girl, and he passed away before I could finish. So everyone complains about the airplane. It's like 8 different airplanes mashed together. You look at the wheels and go, that can't be on that plane. And it's got Corsair wings on it, and it's got a bomb as big as the plane's a mess. But it wasn't about that. It was about getting Bombshell on the nose of the plane so that she would come active at the end of it. And that's what Ed always wanted. So every single promo ends with Bombshell on the end, and that's just we haven't forgot you.
Yeah, and I think, Eric's talking about there's not a day that goes by where he's not thinking about Ed or Mr. Holster, and the same goes for me. There's not a day goes by I don't think about the last phone call I had with Mr. Holster. Again, we were on the phone for close to 2 hours, and he made me promise that I'd look out for Mrs. Holster, and that's what I'm doing. But he didn't even have to make me promise. I told him he's family. He finally understood it. But there's not a day goes by I don't think about that phone call, and sometimes it's a little tough, but I'm just glad I was there for him. I was able to help best I could, and I'm glad that I get to be able to talk to Mrs. Holster, and I hopefully will be going up in June of this year to go see her and help her out and go through some of the stuff and kind of sort through some things.
I want to see you with cowboy boots on and a hat.
Absolutely. I got a box full of cowboy boots, man. I
And
just
then I
got to
want
get
you
them
to
all.
go, howdy,
all-
boards.
Get out there in one of them stalls and get cleaning.
They all need resold. I got to get them all resold, dude. They're all worn out. That's all I wear is cowboy boots. I don't wear anything else.
Whoa. First of all, you're tall as hell and you're wearing cowboy boots. That's scary.
It's all I wear, dude. Even to work, I wear steel-toed cowboy boots.
Okay.
Even to work.
Even to work. Oh my God. But wait, there's more.
They're comfortable. They're the most comfortable boots out there. If you've never put a pair of boots on that are gator skin or anything along those lines, trust me, you slip your feet in there, it's like heaven on earth.
They got to be made for you, though.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's literally like heaven on earth. Your foot just slips in there. It's like, oh.
Okay.
Too far stalkers. Too far stalkers, Steve.
There is Greg Linequist Fitness. If you guys don't know Linequist Fitness, another very good friend of mine. I've had the pleasure of talking with him many times over, and another one that took a huge influence is Mr. Holster, and does a lot of videos mentioning Mr. Holster and the influence he had on him. So if you guys don't know Linequist Fitness, please go check him out as well.
You know, when I first saw his channel, I thought he was like the crocodile guy. I was like, oh, let me check that out. She's a beauty.
Willie, at least you still got one, brother.
Yeah.
You still got one, brother.
Yeah. It's okay, Gimpy. We still love you. No homo.
It is, man. When they fit right, they fit right. That's all there is to it.
I'm not disagreeing, bro. I was like, okay. Did not know that about the Scotsman. Never heard of a Scotsman wearing cowboy boots, but hey.
Actually, one of my most comfortable things I wear are my cowboy boots. And I was looking at them the other day, and I realized that as of right now, they are coming up on 30 years. And it's just like, okay, where do you go in Duluth, Minnesota to find a good pair of cowboy boots? Probably Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Minnesota does cowboy boots. They only do Daniel Boone shit kickers, right?
Yeah, it's
Well, you know, I think maybe the closest one that has any cowboy stuff will probably be Wisconsin. There's a lot of people over there that are.
What?
Yeah, Wisconsin, dude. Yeah, dude, I was in Fort McCoy, dude. There was a lot of cowboys over there. I was like, where the hell y'all come from?
I would have said like Colorado, maybe.
No, do not be surprised with Wisconsin.
so.
They just sound like they sound like cowboys, but they sound like Mexican.
I'll tell you right now, don't ever buy a pair of boots in Tennessee. Don't do it.
Really? Why?
There are so many boot shops in Tennessee, it's not even funny, and they are all cheap crap.
Huh. Well, you got to get the custom ones, man. You know.
Yeah, if you get them in Colorado, make sure it's not a weekend because you don't want everybody stoned making your boots.
Well, you know, a really good boot maker, sometimes it might take them about 1.5 years to 2 to make you a nice pair of boots, like custom boots. Pretty interesting.
Mrs. Holster.
All right. So, Mrs. Holster checking out. Good to see you. Appreciate you showing up. And we'll talk soon.
Thanks for being here.
Good night, Mrs. Holster. Love you.
With that being said, we'll start going through the room here. John, we'll start with you, brother.
Well, we're gonna have the show tomorrow, locked and loaded, obviously for
Blue Healer.
For what?
Oh, Blue Healer is giving me a suggestion, and seems how I know he is a true shit kicker, I will trust him.
Oh, okay. But yeah, we're gonna have a show tomorrow. Locked and Loaded will be a tribute to discussing Mr. Holster, and we'll be having, and of course, as you all know, it'll be an absolute shit show. So expect that. Well, I'll have a promo out tomorrow. And it'll have all the information for those of the people out here who don't know. It'll have directions to the show. And Mario will call.
Good deal. And we'll go to Mario next. That'll be with you, brother.
First of all, thank you for having me here. Thanks for all the side chat and everybody that showed up and watched this special edition of the Scotsman Show. And I just I wear my Mr. Holster shirts. I wear this one. I wear the black one that I have. We always think about the man. He's a great guy, great influencing person on all of us here and everybody in the side chat. So much love to him and his family. We're always thinking about him, and God bless his wife. And that's all I got.
Awesome. Thanks for showing up, man. Appreciate it. Eric.
Well, of course, when you contacted me and said we need to do a show on Thursday, and I was just like, 1 year. It doesn't seem like it's been a year, let alone to lose such an incredible person. I mean, again, I can't say it enough. I have not met anybody that had the integrity of Scott, Mr. Holster. I don't even jokingly say you could have a team of guys write you out some shit and say they're the most powerful attorneys on the planet, and then there's Scott standing there going, I give you my word. I will take Scott's word over any frickin' piece of paper signed by anybody, because it was just the way he was. And shut up. and when I've had the opportunities to get together with him, it couldn't be more true when you meet him in person. He's just such a man of his word. He was such an old kindred spirits. What in? Anybody want to hear a 44 Magnum going off in the kitchen?
If that's Jolson, I'm gonna kick his ass.
I don't know who that is, but I'm turning the sound off right now. Oh, it's Stalker Steve. Isn't he funny?
Oh, Stalker Steve. I'm gonna kick your ass. Scott was just a fantastic person, and I feel so privileged and honored that I actually had the opportunity to get together and spend time with both Mr. and Mrs. Holster. The time that we got together and we were invited to go out there, it was just the hospitality and the hors d'oeuvres were awesome. And of course, John, we got to have that ranch chili.
Yeah. Yep.
I appreciate everyone coming out, be with us tonight to celebrate Mr. Holster. And it is a celebration, guys. We want to celebrate who he was as a person, remember him, and what he stood for. And, again, he would want us to have fun, joke around, and not sit here and cry, because he would kick all of our asses if we did. So I can guarantee you he's looking down right now, and he's happy that we've all joked around a little bit and had some good memories. I look forward to the show tomorrow with Eric. So make sure you jump over there. We should have some fun over there too. But it has been an absolute pleasure talking with all of y'all and everyone in the side chat. And Eric is 100% right about Scott and his word. And one thing about the phone call that I had with Scott was when he first got on the phone with me, he apologized. And he apologized to me because he thought he'd been kind of an asshole because of ignoring the fact that I was trying to help for a while. That's just how he was. So he tried to apologize, and I told him, dude, there's no need for an apology. I'm not worried about shit like that. But he was a true man of his word, and just a great man all around. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate again everyone showing up. Check us out tomorrow on Eric, and everyone stay safe, stay vigilant. Peace out.